Final Fantasy, it's almost here, and more players after seeing the spoilers are jumping on board and buying sealed product, and this has led to a real issue for players and stores. Guys, stay tuned, we have a lot to cover in today's video. Now, when we're talking about Final Fantasy and the idea that this could change any more than it already has, well, there's a lot more coming down the pipeline, so get ready and strap in. This roller coaster hype train, it's not over yet. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. And what are we talking about with Final Fantasy? Well, let's just take a step back and realize how powerful this set's going to be. How much this is going to be ingrained into the system of Magic in the long term and what it means for future set design. This set had the collector boxes of an amazing IP with a very limited run. And by limited, I said, they've really cut back on the collector boxes where they used to be. So that means they are harder to find, and even at the increased price, people were buying them and bought them fast. The same can be said for the commander decks, because we know they'll get reprinted, but it takes a long time, and people want to have it the first day out the gate. They want to have it right away. Then you get into the pre-release, which sold out in many areas, and you can't even get in, and the pre-release kits were reallocated. Imagine all this news being bombarded towards you and finding out that this is all what's happening, and that bit of FOMO now is kind of clicked into your head. You're like, hey man, this is a really good set. It has iconic pieces of artwork. It's got great design. It's got all kinds of formats it's going to be played in, from modern to commander to standard. And it's going to be around for years. And now you find out you no longer have access to it. You no longer can get it because it's sold out and it's not available where you are, which means you now have to go looking. Maybe it's the next town over. Maybe you're in a major city and you've got multiple LGSs and you still can't find it. Because I know from checking with stores that I shared with you guys last week, some of these stores had a couple hundred boxes left. They're all gone. And I'm not talking about the collector boxes. I am talking about the play booster boxes now being sold out. Where some stores kind of had low inventory and was already sold out to begin with because they're a smaller store, hearing major LGSs completely sold out and having none in stock, that is something that should send shivers down you. Not because of how popular the product is. That's one thing to talk about, of course. But it's also about what's happening with speculation on the cards and the prices. Where are the prices going to go if I really want to get a box? How much am I going to have to pay? What is now the new MSRP being set by whoever's in control of those boxes? Because if you take that step back and realize how popular this set's going to be, you're going to get it. Because if you really want to have a box to open on the release weekend or even a month later, you're going to be paying an increased cost to be able to do so. We thought the prices were bad already. Imagine what happens when you can't find a play booster box, when you can't draft it, you can't get packs. And if you do, and you want the singles, it may be harder to get them, or there may even as well be a higher price tag attached to a single because you can't find them anywhere. This is where we are right now. At this moment. Things have been changing on the weekend here, and it's something we need to talk about. So I showed you guys a few hundred boxes being available last week in a couple of videos. Some smaller LGSs completely sold out. Now the big stores are sold out, and you now have to go to an alternate place, an alternate vendor to get them. So you may have to go to TCG Player. So here on the screen right now, it's Final Fantasy Play Booster Box. Remember, not a collector box, just the Play Booster Box. And you'll see the thing is selling like hotcakes. Okay, you see here it's $5.25.25. You'll see about 2 or 3 pages of this right now. The day I took these screenshots, it goes on for pages. And then the 24th has pages of sales over and over and over again, where normally there would not be that many. Amazon has a massive uptick in the sales of boxes, where normally it wouldn't be. Not for a standard product that's going to be around for years. Now, yes, this is the hot topic. This is the moment for this set where everyone wants to get in on it. Some people are getting in really late and they've changed their minds and they're diving in. They're coming after this stuff. But now some other people control that market. Whether it's speculators or even the average store that is keeping a box or two hidden in the back. They're not telling you. They say we're completely sold out, only to surprise you on the day of release. That can happen. It happens all the time. They just don't want to be hassled, guys. But right now, on paper, there's nothing available, and the stores are telling you they're sold out. So when this happens, and you go looking at alternate vendors, and some guy says, hey, I sold a whole bunch of boxes for like $168. Well, I better mark them to like $172. Oh, I sold a whole bunch of boxes at $172. $175? $179? And the price goes up, and everyone else is going up because they see that they're selling at these prices, so everyone raises the price tag. Now, that's just Play Booster boxes. This is something that should be around for everybody to enjoy, for the most part. It's still an expensive product, don't get me wrong. I put that a little side in there. I know it's expensive, but it's the one that's supposed to be sitting there on the shelf on release day where you can buy some packs and have a good time and crack a few for fun. That's the idea. But now you won't be able to find them. You won't be able to get them. And if you do, you're paying a higher price tag. Unless you have just an awesome LGS that's got your back. It can happen. It does happen. Now, here's the other thing. With these increased prices across the board, especially starting with the Play Booster boxes, probably somewhere this week, you're going to start seeing an increase in prices. We also have pre-releases that we know sold out. Pre-release allocations where you can't even find a spot where other stores have some and you don't. Then you've got to look at the bundle packs, the special collector box one. Selling out or a limit of one per customer, prices are going up. The commander decks going up in price. The intro decks, the little 2-player deck that you can play just if you're new to the game, sold out everywhere. Again, just like Bloomborough. Interesting. Now let's dive back. Let's go off the side of the boat in a different direction. And let's look at the collector boxes. Now, a lot of stores suddenly had more allocation come online. And this weekend, a whole bunch started to sell. But as they started to sell, we saw something else start to happen. I'm just going to show you one image for this, okay, guys? But in this one image, you can notice the price difference. This is in Canada. This is $929.95 Canadian to get that box. That means with the 13% sales tax we have in Canada for Ontario, that would be $1,050 per box, okay? For that box you want to buy, it's $1,050. Now, here's where things are going to get a little bit not happy for people to hear. You buy the box for $1,050. A lot of people are going to skip that box. You know what they've said? I got in on the pre-order. I got mine for $6.99 Canadian. I paid $7.50 whatever, and I'm good. I got it. Then you read your email, and your email says your order has been canceled due to selling too many copies. You'll be fully refunded your money. I didn't think we were going to see this time around. But it looks like, and it doesn't look like from major LGSs, okay? Looks like some private sellers are canceling orders, refunding, and reselling online at the higher price points. I didn't think it was going to be a big thing, but then I got another couple of emails, and I had put some questions and stuff out, and before I knew it, I ended up with a dozen or so emails of canceled orders, refunded money, but then suddenly things get relisted, okay? Or at least that's what these people are implying, that these things got relisted and sold at a higher price point. Somebody's capitalizing on it, even though they took your money and guaranteed you a certain price point. And now not only do you not get one on opening day, you can't find one anywhere. And if you can, you're paying 35% more. I get it. It is insane to think I'm even talking about this because I really thought this wasn't going to be a thing. And if this has happened to you, yes, please email me. Let me know. You can drop store names or not, but I need to see receipts and the email saying you got the transaction reversed and stuff. I do need to see that as confirmation, but it is insane to think that that's maybe happening where I really didn't think it was going to. I thought we were past this, and I know most LGS is even undersold on purpose, which is why I still think some stores have stuff in the back. They got a few things held away for locals when they come in that day. They say, hey, there is some for sale. That's amazing. I'm going to buy 4, 5, 6 packs because stores make a lot more money selling individual packs than they do a total box, right? Generally speaking, they usually mark it up an extra like $1 or so a pack. So they can make a few dollars to, keep themselves in business. Imagine that. So Final Fantasy just keeps turning heads. But here toward the end of the video, I want to remind you guys, higher price points, FOMO, all these things. Culminating. But what I've also started to see a little bit of drip is higher price tags now attached to Edge of Eternity. Now I've got it from 12 stores so far that they raise things about $12 a collector box, $5 for the Play Booster box, when as far as I know, there was no increase in prices from Wizards of the Coast at this time. But I see an increase of $5, $10 on a whole bunch of these products. Now, that can be a sign of a couple of things I'm not going to touch base on until I get more information, but it is something to keep in mind that when you see these things not only be successful, but be phenomenally successful beyond expectations at a higher price point, chances are it's going to attract the attention of Wizards of the Coast, recognizing, oh, we left more on the table again. We're going to have to uptick, a little bit of price increase again, just to help, eat some of that table scraps that the LGSs and private sellers are getting and put it back into our pocketbooks. We didn't realize that we had left this much on the table. We just wanted to leave like a sliver. And instead we left like a whole big chunk for somebody to get at. That happens. It happens all the time in business. And that's why things get repriced. Guys, collector boxes are one thing. Play booster boxes are an entirely different beast for me. I get the whole exclusivity, but the Play Booster box should be available. I mean, you got to play it in standard. I need cards from this, so do you. It's crazy to think about, but that's where we're at. So you guys drop some comments. Let me know what you guys think out there. It's going to be an amazing set. We're all just getting ready for it, but at the same time, a little bit of scariness on the side. Can't help it. Guys, thanks again for stopping by my channel. Thanks for visiting with the Moxman today. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow with another video. Well, here we go again. We get the big shout-outs, we get the thank yous. Who are we thanking? Who is the shout-out for? It's because of the patrons of this channel that we get to do daily uploaded content. Because of my YouTube membership members who tune in every day, giving the videos thumbs up, this shout-out goes out to all of you amazing people out there. Thanks again for supporting my channel. Thanks for being part of Team Moxman. And I will see you guys tomorrow, of course, with another video. Okay. Welcome back to the Ramble Jamble, the end section. I'm not happy for today's video. I'm not. This is in between me going to a wedding. I raced home. Got changed so I could do and then I'll dive back out. But a lot of emails came in. So these are not about canceled collector boxes. Canceled Play Booster boxes? What are you talking about? We oversold? We'll refund your money, or you can wait for the reprint to come in and we'll put it aside for you? What are we talking about? How does this even come about as a conversation? Play booster boxes getting canceled? I mean, it'd be bad enough if it was a collector box. Okay? But hearing a collector box, which there was a couple who get canceled, and then there's like this whole like charging more money. I've seen that before. It seems like dirty pool. At least it's not coming from an LGS. Okay? These are private vendors. Okay? That, hard enough. But Play Booster boxes being canceled? Just because you can raise the price $10? I don't think that's worth it, but who am I to say? I'm just the guy talking to you guys and informing. It's a Play Booster box. I haven't even bought any yet. I assumed I'd be able to pick some up. Apparently I thought wrong. Guys, ramble and jamble on. I gotta get changed and get back to a wedding. Yeah, I multitask. Ramble jamble.